What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman. Now, if there's one thing we've grown accustomed to with the MCU, it's Easter eggs, and WandaVision has been no exception, especially this last episode, episode 6, when Darcy Lewis is attempting to hack into Tyler Hayward's personal devices. She comes across a ton of medical files, most encrypted by letters and numbers, but we see two specific names, one in one of our main protagonists, Monica Rambeau, the other an alias in Ray Johnson. Well, we figured out who this character is, and when we explain his ties directly to Wolverine, Sabretooth as well, and the Weapon X program, things start to get a lot more exciting, and especially for Falcon in the Winter Soldier, which is right around the corner. We're going to explain who Ray is, where you've already seen him on screen once before, which team he was a part of alongside Wolverine, and what this might mean for the existence of Weapon X already as a part of S.W.O.R.D. We're going to break down this entire theory as it relates to Wolverine and how it ties directly to Falcon in the Winter Soldier and the future of the MCU. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button, we're still giving away a PlayStation 5, which we should easily hit by next month, as well as a ton of new Disney Plus subscriptions while all the shows are live this year. If you want to be entered to win, all you have to do, hit the subscribe button, then leave a comment down below, and if you want, stick around to the end of the video. We'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. So Ray Johnson is a lesser known alias for John Wraith, also known as the Mutant Kestrel, who alongside Wolverine and Sabretooth, Maverick, Mastodon, and Silver Fox was a member of Team X. Wraith was a powerful teleporter capable of getting his team out of sticky situations after their job was finished. He had a penchant for explosives, arming himself with shaped charges, explosives that were built to direct the force of their blast in specific directions. Now, like the other members of Team X, he was given an artificial age suppressant, so he was in all probability much older than he looked. But working under the direction of CIA operative Major Arthur Barrington, Team X was a military black ops unit established in the 1960s by the joint efforts of the submersive organization known as Weapon Plus and the US government's Central Intelligence Agency. Codenamed Team X, it was comprised of mutant agents. The Black Ops Squad undertook several missions for the CIA, the Weapons Plus program, and although possibly unwillingly, the criminal mastermind known as Romulus, who used his personal undercover agents, Logan codenamed Wolverine and Victor Creed codenamed Sabretooth, to carry out his own interests. Now, before we get ahead of ourselves, if this character sounds in any way familiar, that's because he's made it to the silver screen once before in 2009's X-Men Origins Wolverine, where Kestrel, or John Wraith, was played by Black Eyed Peas' will.i.am. Now, regardless of that representation on the screen, let's focus on this file because there's a couple of layers to this. The existence of Ray Johnson's file in this database means one of two things. Either they know about him because of what he's been up to, always known as an anti-hero. He wasn't quite as vicious as Sabretooth. He didn't like killing innocents. He's still a good guy, but he also did commit a lot of crimes and was known as a criminal. So they could just know about him as a potential threat. But remember, these are medical files. Not only that, presumably medical files that are just a little deeper than the main S.W.O.R.D database. Remember, Darcy is hacking into Tyler Hayward's files. So let's think on this a second. One step further, undercover files. Perhaps there's a chance that much in the way Weapon Plus was working with the CIA in the 60s, a future iteration of Weapon Plus or Weapon X could be working with S.W.O.R.D in the present day. And remember, in the comics, S.W.O.R.D was Sentient World Observation and Response Division. In the MCU, they've changed it to Sentient Weapon, an important distinction that could even further hint at the relationship between the two organizations. But look, if you've been a Marvel fan and been paying attention to the MCU since all the way back from Captain America, any opportunity one of these organizations like S.H.I.E.L.D. or S.W.O.R.D gets to weaponize new technology, they absolutely do. Even in the quick scenes when Monica returns to the S.W.O.R.D base in episode 4, while they're walking literally from the foyer to Tyler Hayward's office, it is pretty clear that they are trying to make weapons for all the quote-unquote threats in space, the same way S.H.I.E.L.D. was trying to make a super soldier back in the days of Captain America, in the same way that Tony and Captain America unveiled what S.H.I.E.L.D. was doing with weapons during the first Avengers film. And in case you needed the parallel drawn, the beginning of Age of Ultron, while Hydra is trying to weaponize the staff to make enhanced individuals like the one we have now in WandaVision, Tony was trying to weaponize the staff to quote-unquote protect the Earth. There's a lot going on there, and so it's not a huge reveal when Hydra is growing within S.H.I.E.L.D. While the motivations and quote intentions may be different, the pursuit is the same. Now, wading totally into speculative territory here, John Wraith's powers of being able to teleport don't actually manifest until a specific story in the comics where Omega Red has him by the tentacles and he's able to teleport out at the last second. And if you've kept up with any of the leaks, completely unconfirmed though, for what's coming in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, a lot of people have pointed towards Omega Red as showing up. Do I think there's a chance we're going to see Ray Johnson, John Wraith, or even codename Kestrel on screen here in Falcon and the Winter Soldier? Maybe, maybe not, but there may be more Easter eggs leading to this, and you have to know Marvel does everything on purpose. It could be this name is just an Easter egg, leading us to understanding that Weapon X, Weapon Plus is still in existence and they are still at work. And I would suspect a little bit with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, considering their overlap with government agency and the fact that Falcon is in the vying for the mantle of Captain America. This might be the perfect place in early Phase 4 for them to get into this a little bit, maybe a little bit deeper than the Easter egg level, and at least by the end of the series, acknowledge Weapons Plus or Weapon X's existence in the MCU. Remember, there have been other Easter eggs revealed for Wolverine further than just the city of Madripoor. From leaked set photos, we've seen the symbol of Ogun, another huge Wolverine Easter egg. Regardless of how far they decide to take this, they are definitely seeding Wolverine. There's no question about it, and why shouldn't they? He's one of the most exciting characters that a bunch of the fans want to see soon, and as I said yesterday, and we'll probably reiterate a ton of times over the next year, you should be expecting these kind of Easter eggs from Marvel. They have all the rights from the characters, they have the foresight knowing they're going to get there. Why wouldn't they do this? And it's not on the nose. There were a lot of us who missed that Ray Johnson reference the very first time and had to do a lot of deep digging to find it. Guys, let me know all your thoughts down below. How hype are you for Logan and Wolverine in the MCU? And if you had to guess when they're finally going to reveal that character, how many years do you think it'll be before they do? Of course, they'll have to go up against Hugh Jackman, and the comparisons will never end. But if you remember, Rousseau said real recently he wants to take a crack at him, and he knows that that comparison is always going to be there. If there's anybody right to do the job, it's Marvel Studios, and I can't wait to see who they come up with. Let me know all your thoughts down below, and quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. We're still giving away a PlayStation 5 at 800,000 subscribers, which we are headlong into and could easily hit by next month's end. We're also giving away Disney Plus subscriptions weekly while the shows are live. If you want to be entered to win, all the same rules will always apply for future prizes as well. Hit the subscribe button because you need to be a subscriber, then leave a comment down below. Because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be selected and announced at the end of videos in this same segment. The best way to keep up with the channel is, of course, to hit the notification bell with notifications turned on. And as always, if you enjoyed today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name's Michael Roman. You can find me over on Twitter and Instagram under I Am Fires, and on Spotify with original music under the name All Fires. Thanks for checking out the channel, guys, and stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.